Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 season is on the air. We got a good one tonight. We are at Memorial Stadium. Today's date is August 14, 72. Here tonight, it's the Oakland Athletics taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The Oakland Athletics coming to this game running away with the entire 1972 season. They are 77-33. They are the number one seed right now in the entire league. The Baltimore Orioles lead the American League East, a record of 60 wins and 49 losses. However, they are only 2 games ahead of the New York Yankees in that division. The American League East could very well wind up to being anybody who goes ahead and can take that division. A very important game tonight. Could this be a preview of the National League Division or Championship Series? Who knows? Should be fun to play. Kevin Hayes, DJP, Frank Rozek, Brian B., and Brian Patterson are first to join us here at Memorial Stadium. The Athletics historically won the game, not surprising. The A's 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Orioles 2 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error. But everybody knows that Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. And we had a good one last night where my Mets had a 5-0 lead, and then the Cubs took it right away from them. And a 7-6 ball game, definitely a game of the year candidate. Still smarting from that loss, but hey, that's the way the dice roll. So we should have a good one tonight as Jeremy Brooks join us here at Memorial Stadium. So without further ado, we got a great pitching matchup tonight. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight, gentleman Jim Palmer. Hall of Famer? Yeah. And yes, he was one of the greatest of all time. 21 wins, 10 losses, no saves, a 2.07 ERA in 72, 184 strikeouts, and 69 walks. I don't think you guys will have a problem if I do say he was one of the greatest of all time. We are at Memorial Stadium, Pitchers Park. Only 84 home runs hit that year, +1 to strikeouts, -1 to walks. So Jim Palmer gets a chance to avenge the historical loss. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say as we will go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Athletics will be the shortstop, Bert Campaneris, 240 average, 8 homers, 32 RBIs in 72. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. John Haverly now joins us here at Memorial Stadium. A big game between the A's and the O's. How will this game turn out? Let's find out. First pitch. Palmer, 1-6, hit by pitch. 18 is high. Campaneris, 6-5, and that's a power hit. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 14, and against the righty, it's going to be way too high. It's going to die out there. And Don Baylor's going to get to it, and he will make the catch for the out. Next batter will be Bill Voss. He's at center field for this game. Only a 196 average, a homer, and 9 RBIs. Only played about half the games for the Athletics. Steeler fan and Phoenix Knight join us here at Memorial Stadium. Phoenix Knight, you did a heck of a job with Inside Pitch as far as I was concerned. Yes, you made some errors, but hey, your first try at that game, I would have been shocked if you didn't. And I'm still making errors playing this game. Phoenix Knight, you did a heck of a job, man. I actually think you do a heck of a job no matter what game you're playing. And you play very well. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 5-1, error on a throw. Voss, 5-6, and that's going to be a double into left field. Voss will go ahead and hit one to the left. That'll be a double. No error on the throw since there's nobody on base. So Voss will go ahead and get himself a base hit, and that will put him in on second. Next batter will be the left fielder, Joe Rudy. 305 average, 19 homers, and 75 RBIs in 72. That was an excellent year. Robert has made errors in season with the exception of 1985. Yes, that was 1985 was the biggest error I ever did. The Astros winning that World Series. Yeah, that was the biggest error of all the games I've ever done. Boy, was that season rigged. Strategy roll. Nothing on a 2. Voss will stay where he is. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer 2-4. Home run chance. Righty, though, a 0, not happening. Rudy 3-3, and he powers one to right field. That's a 5. And against a righty, that's going to be a triple. So the A's come out, and they are already bombing Jim Palmer. Voss will come around. He will score, and it's 1-0 A's. So already Palmer getting hammered here. A double and now a triple. Of course, the greatest game I ever rolled was the 1994 National League wildcard playoff between the Giants and the Astros. That game definitely wasn't rigged, even though it was payoff pitch. Definitely was not a rigged game. Steeler fans' favorite game of all time, the 1994 National League wildcard playoff between the Giants and the Astros. For those of you wondering why, you need to go check it out. As Craig Scarborough joins us here at Memorial Stadium, infield will come in. First baseman Mike Epstein is up for Oakland. 270 average, 26 homers, and 70 RBIs in 72. Rigged was the 2016 postseason. Strategy roll, and that's a 20. Palmer, he's going to fire to third to try to pick off Rudy, and he got him, picked him off. Wow, Palmer picks off Rudy. Pickoff rating 2-4. That is a 2, and he got him 2 down. So he picks off Rudy at third base. That's something that doesn't happen often, but he got him there. Or you could say he threw to the catcher, and the catcher threw to third to pick him off, and that will be out number 2. So now Epstein will bat with nobody on base. Palmer, a 3-5 strikeout, 13. That's going to be high. Epstein, 6-6. It's a fly ball to left field. It'll be Don Buford getting to that. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits as the A's get out in front quickly here in Memorial Stadium. Brian Hoxie joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Good to see you, sir. Bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics tonight is Ken Holtzman, and he had a great year. 19 wins, 11 losses, a 2.51 ERA, 134 strikeouts and 46 walks in 72. So a Palmer and Holtzman matchup, not too bad. Bottom of the first, let's see what happens. Leading off for the O's, left fielder Don Buford, 206 average, 5 homers, and 22 RBIs in 72. Holtzman, a 2-3 error on a throw. Buford, 1-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Bert Campaneris. His error rating is a 6. That's a 5, and he's going to throw that one away. Epstein's range is a 2, and he will get past him. Buford, base running rating 3. He will take second on the error. So that is going to be an E. That is an E6 on Campaneris. Buford will move to second base. That's the first error on the Athletics. They did not have any errors in the game historically. And Buford winds up on second on an E6. Something tells me we're going to have one of those games. Next batter is the center fielder, Paul Blair, a 233 average, 8 homers, and 49 RBIs. And let's see here, and we'll see here as David Baker joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Nothing on the strat. Buford will stay at second. Holtzman, 2-1, hit by pitch. 14 is high. Blair, a 4-5. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 3. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit. Here come the Orioles. Buford, base runner 3. Hit to center, +2, a 1-5. He will score, and he does. Blair a chance to take second on the 1, a 1-3. He makes second base, and he does. And we're tied at 1. So Blair automatically turns that single into a double as he takes the run, takes the base on the throw. So that will be that'll be a double for Blair, and we're tied at 1 already. Something tells me this is going to be one of those games. Still nobody out in the bottom of the first. Next batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Grich. And he was a heck of a player his entire career. Some people think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know, but Hall of the Very Good, absolutely. 278 average, 12 homers, 50 RBIs, and 72. Strat. Nothing on the 17. Blair will stay at second base. Holtzman, 5-1, possible error. Grich, 4-3. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Brant Allier. His ever rating is a 0. He'll make the catch. It's out number 1. Blair does have a chance to take third. Base runner 3, hit to right -1. Allier a 0. A 1-2. Blair will take third base. He won't. He'll stay where he is. So now that is 1 out on the fly to right. And now we will see the right fielder, Don Baylor, a 253 average, 11 homers, 38 RBIs, a young Don Baylor, I should say. Strategy, and nothing on the 7. Blair will go ahead and stay where he is. Holtzman with the pitch. 2-1, hit by pitch, 20. Wow, no. Baylor is an 18, but -3 makes him a 15. The 20 is still too high. Baylor 4-1, and he flies out to center field. That's going to be Bill Voss getting to that. He will make the catch. And let's see, Blair does have a chance to go to third. Base runner 3 hit the center -2. Center fielder Voss is a 0 arm. Blair can take third on a 1. He'll stay where he is, 2 down. 2 outs. And now the third baseman, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. Hall of Famer? Yeah. Greatest fielding third baseman of all time? Yeah. 250 average, 8 homers, 64 RBIs, and 72. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Blair will go ahead and pitch. Holtzman will pitch. 3-4, that is a blank. Robinson, 5-1, base hit, right past short. That'll be a single. With 2 outs, Blair, that'll be good enough. He will come around and he will score. 2-1 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! So here I was expecting a pitcher's duel, and right now 3 runs, and we're still in the first. And now the very big and dangerous first baseman, Boog Powell. 252 average, 21 homers, 81 RBIs, and 72. This guy was absolutely ripped. Strategy roll. And that's a 1, but he'll stay where he is. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch. Holtzman, 3-5, walk, 15. That's too high. Powell, a 2-6, and he popped that one up to short. And that's going to be Campaneris getting to that. He will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, an error, and the Orioles already have a 2-1 lead here. After 1, as Beatles Eternally joins us here at Memorial Stadium. As always, Beatles Eternally. Every time you say goodbye, I say hello. That counts. We go to the top of the second. 2-1 O's already here, but I was expecting a pitcher's duel, but I'm certainly not getting that here. Leading off for the Athletics will be the third baseman, Sal Bando. 236 average, 15 homers, 77 RBIs, and 72. 2-1 O's. Palmer, a 4-2, strikeout 13. That will be high. Bando, 2-2, and that's flied to center field, and it will be Blair coming in and grabbing it for the out. And the next batter will be the right fielder, Brant Allier. Don't know much about him, and he actually was on a different team earlier this year. A 180 average, a homer, 3 RBIs. He is now on the A's. Ken Holtzman, second best Jewish pitcher ever, right? I don't know about that. I really don't know, but he could be. I don't know. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 2-4. Home run chance. Righty, though, 0. Not happening. Allier, 4-2, and that is grounded to second base. That'll be taken care of there by Davey Johnson, and he'll toss it over for out number 2. And now the catcher will be Dave Duncan. 218 average, 19 homers, 59 RBIs. Not too bad. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Hope all is well with you, Mr. Reynolds, and your wonderful family. Palmer with the pitch. 5-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-2, that is a blank. He's not tired. Duncan, 2-3, and a line out right to the shortstop. Gritch is there to receive it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We will go to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Orioles will be the catcher, Andy Etchebarren. 202 average, 2 homers, 21 RBIs, and 72. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch. Holtzman, 1-5. That is a blank. Etchebarren, 2-6, base hit. He'll hit that one into left field. Well hit ball, and he will hold it first. So the Orioles right now are hitting Holtzman. The A's are hitting Palmer. And now the second baseman, Dave Johnson, future 86 champion manager, by the way. 221 average, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. And yes, with the Mets. Infield is a double play. And nothing happening on the 18. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch. Holtzman, 4-4, range play. Johnson, 6-3, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Campaneris. His range is a 4, but at double play depth, it's a 3. And he's got it. Let's see if he turns it. 3, 4, 5. Second base pivot, Cullen, 0, 1-5. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Heck of a play by Bert Campaneris. Makes a great play on a range check. And he got it. And he will turn the double play with a little help, of course, from Tim Cullen, who's at second base. 2 men down, and now we'll see the pitcher, Jim Palmer, and he can hit. 224 average and 8 RBIs in 72. 2-1 Orioles, bottom of the second. Holtzman, 2-1, hit by pitch, 11 is high. Palmer, 6-6, and Palmer gets a base hit into center field. Palmer goes ahead, gets on first, and says, DH, I don't need no stinking DH. A base hit for the pitcher. As they say, we don't need no stinking designated hitters. Let us hit. The next batter will be Buford. Buford reached on an error his first time up. And I think Palmer's going to stay where he is, and he will. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch. Holtzman, 6-4, against the switch right. That's going to be an automatic out. And that's a ground out to short. Handled easily there by Campy. And he is going to throw to second to get Palmer. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the O's. A chance goes by the board for them. Still 2-1 O's after 2. Third inning coming up. Gentleman Jim takes the mound. Leading off for the Athletics will be the second baseman, Tim Cullen. And I don't know much about him. 261 average, 15 RBIs in 72. Only played about half the games for the team that year. Palmer, 6-6, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is going to be the first strikeout for Palmer. He will go send Cullen back to the dugout. And now we'll see the pitcher, Ken Holtzman, a 178 average and 6 RBIs. Palmer will go ahead and deal. Palmer, 6-2, error on a grounder. Holtzman, 3-3. It's a double. Holtzman will hit one into left field, and that's going to be a double to left. Left fielder is Buford. His error rating is a 3. That's a 10. He won't make an error. He'll toss it in. And Ken Holtzman is on second base with a double. As he says the same thing Jim said. DH, we don't need no stinking DH. So Holtzman on at second base as the pitcher gets into it. Here is Campy. Campy is 0 for 1. Still 1 out in the top of the third. Holtzman is going to stay right where he is. Campaneris gets the bunt sign, but he's going to swing. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 5-2. Wild pitch. The 11 is too high. That will be ball 1. Palmer, 1-1. That's blank. Campaneris, 6-4. And that is a fly to left. And Buford this time will get to that. Holtzman will stay at second base, and that will be out number 2. 2 outs, and now the batter is Voss. If you're wondering about Reggie Jackson, he is not in the roster. I think he was hurt at this time. He is not on the roster or on the bench for this game. Voss got a double his first time up. That comment about DH should be a t-shirt for catchphrase. I know, right? But I didn't make up that catchphrase, though. I forgot who actually said it the first time in the chat. Strategy roll. That's a 2. Holtzman will stay where he is. Palmer. 2-1, possible error. Voss, 2-3, and that's a power hit to right field. That's a 2, and that's going to be a base hit to right. Right fielder is Don Baylor. His error rating is an 8, and he's going to make an error out there. It's going to turn that single an extra 2 bases. So Holtzman will automatically come in to score. Voss goes to second. Base running rating is a 2. And Baylor has a +1 arm, so a 1-3. Voss can take third. No, he'll stay where he is. Game is tied at 2, and it is an error. It is an error, so that is a single and an error on Baylor. That's an E9. First error on the Orioles. They did have 1 error historically. But that will bring in the run. And we're tied at 2. And now the batter is Rudy. Rudy got a triple his first time up and then got picked off. Strategy roll. Nothing on. Well, that's a 1, but Voss will stay where he is. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer. 6-3. That is a blank. Rudy. 4-2. And against the righty, it's a base hit right past first. Voss's base running rating is a 2. That will not be fast enough. He will hold at third. So now runners at second and third. Rudy should be at first. So he will go there. And now the batter is Epstein on a base hit. So Rudy now has a triple and a single. And here's Epstein. He's 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here. Tied at 3. Nothing on the 15. Palmer having some issues in this ball game today against the A's, but there were 7 runs scored historically. Palmer, 6-4 against the lefty. Walk +10. That's a 5. And that will go ahead and walk. The bases loaded. First walk given up by Palmer. And now a chance for Bando. Bando is 0 for 1 as Sports Time Machine. Utah Mike joins us here at Memorial Stadium. So now bases are loaded. Bando is up. He is 0 for 1. Craig Scarborough says he never give up a grand slam in real life. Let's see if Scarborough just jinxed it. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Not going to happen here. I don't think it's going to happen here anyway, but we'll see. Bases are loaded. Palmer's got a pitch to Bando. Bando has some good power against righties. Palmer, 4-6. That is a blank. Bando, 1-4, and he will not give up the grand slam. That's going to be a fly out to left, and Buford's going to get to it. He will make the catch and end the inning. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and a walk. And we're tied at 2 now going into the bottom of the third. And what could be a pretty interesting ball game. Leading off for B-Moore will be Paul Blair, and he got a double his first time up. Tied at 2, bottom of the third. The swinging A's against the hitting O's. Holtzman, 5-1, possible error. Blair, a 5-6. It's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after that is Joe Rudy. His error rating is a 2. That's a 19. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 1. Rudy played actually pretty solid out there. Next batter is Gritch. Gritch is 0 for 1. Doug Hunt joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Holtzman, 6-3. That is a blank. Gritch, 2-5. That's a power hit to right field. That's an 11. And against the lefty, Gritch is going to have himself a double. Well, these pitchers They're putting them over. They are making decent pitches, but the hitters are doing the job. And Grich has a double. And the go-ahead run is at second base. Next batter is Baylor. Baylor is 0 for 1. Strategy roll, and nothing happening there. Grich will stay at second base. Holtzman looking in on Baylor. Fans here at Memorial Stadium. No, this could be a very... Am I rolling the error roll separately now? I always do. Well, I had to roll the error roll again because the first roll had to go for a power hit. What I mean by power hit, a question mark. Remember, if it's off a question mark, I can't use that, and I have to find out what the hit is in the top area here. I have to re-roll the die to see if there's an error or so. Once I use the D20, it's got to be re-rolled again. Holtzman, 4-5, error on a grounder. Baylor, 3-1, and he smacks one into center field, and that's going to be a double to center. Grich will come in to score. Center fielder is Voss. He has a 0 error rating, so he will not misplay the grounder. Baylor will hold it second. It's 3-2 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! So right now, both these pitchers are not having a good night. Here comes the vacuum cleaner. He got a base hit his first time up. As Clee Baseball fan says, Game 7 of the 2007 Strat Advanced ALCS Indians-Yankees, which should be fun. Strategy roll, nothing on the 5. Baylor will stay where he is. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch to Robinson. Holtzman, 5-3, strikeout 6. Cold strike 3 on Holtzman. On Robinson, he got him. Had to double check. 6 + 1 is a 7. That is a 6. And he struck him out. That is a called strikeout. And that is strikeout number, I think that's the first one. First strikeout number 1 for Holtzman, as he does get Robinson. Now the batter is Powell. Powell is 0 for 1. Now 2 outs. Strategy. And that's 4. Nothing happening. Baylor stays where he is. Holtzman with the pitch. Holtzman, 2-3. Error on a throw. Wow, a lot of error chances are coming up. Powell, 6-5 against the lefty. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And getting there will be Voss. And since it's an error on a throw, it's not a regular error. It doesn't matter. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. But 1 run on 2 hits for the O's, and they have a 3-2 lead here after 3. Could this be a possible playoff preview between these two? I'll tell you right now, a playoff between Oakland and Baltimore would be something to roll. We go to the top of the 4th inning, 3-2 O's. Leading off for the A's will be Brant Allier, and he's 0 for 1. Palmer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 4-3, range play. Allier, a 5-6. That's a base hit to center field, but it's a range play for Paul Blair. He was pretty good. His range is a 4. That's a 4. He makes the play on the run. Nice play there by Blair, and that will be out number 1 as he takes a single away from Allier, and that will be the first out. Next up is Dunkin' Donuts, and he's 0 for 1. Palmer goes ahead and pitch. Palmer, 5-4. Home run result against the righty. Duncan needs a 20. Well, that pretty much sums it up there, and that is a 6. So we hit that one pretty far. Kaboom! That ball was pretty high. That ball was pretty deep. And that ball was pretty gone. Home run, Dave Duncan. This game is tied. Stadium groans. Dave Duncan did have 19 home runs in 1972, and we got a tie ball game here between the A's and the O's. And the next batter is Cullen. That was just a meatball put over the plate by Palmer. And Duncan Duncan absolutely turned that into a donut and went ahead, fried it, glazed it, and sent it out. I have to think of something for that. Cullen is up next. He is 0 for 1. Palmer for 1. Strikeout 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Palmer as he gets Cullen for the second time. 2 down for Holtzman. Holtzman got a double his first time up. And now you think the donut found the hole as Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Memorial Stadium. And I like that one, actually. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Third strikeout for Palmer. But 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Dunkin' Donuts. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, where right now a pitcher with a 2.07 ERA and a pitcher with a 2.51 ERA have already given up runs over their ERA. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th, shall we? Leading off for the Orioles will be Andy Etchebarren, and he got a base hit his first time up. If it had been a Boston Red Sox, it would have been a Boston cream donut. I like that one too. Holtzman, 6-2, blank. Etchebarren, 4-4. That's a ground out to short. That'll be handled by Campy, and he'll toss that over for the out. 1 down here is Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1. Holtzman with the pitch. 4-5, error on a grounder. Johnson, 5-3, and against the lefty, that's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to first base, picked up by Epstein. Johnson, not that fast. His base running rating is a 2. Holtzman coming over to the bag. The throw, not in time. Johnson will get an infield single. Johnson picks up an infield base hit as he beats Holtzman to the bag. And now the double play is on. Here comes Palmer. And Palmer already has a base hit in the game. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Strategy roll. And that's a 3. No hit and run here. Holtzman's gonna pitch, and Palmer's gonna bat with a 224 average. Holtzman, 2-5, home run result. But Palmer has zeros. It's not happening. Palmer, 4-1, but Palmer's going to hit it right back at Holtzman, right past him, up second base, into the outfield. That's a base hit past the pitcher. Johnson, however, doesn't have the speed. He'll have to hold at second base as Palmer gets his second hit of the ball game. Once again, DH. I don't need no stinking DH. Now runners at first and second for Buford. Buford reached on an error. He's 0 for 2. Infield still a double play depth. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 5. Davy Johnson stays where he is, and so does Palmer. Holtzman will go ahead and pitch against Buford. Holtzman, 1-3, blank. Buford, 4-3, and that's flied to right, and that's going to be Allier getting to that one. And Allier will go ahead and make the play. 2 down. Johnson, base running rating of 2, -1 to right is 1. Allier has a 0 arm. Johnson can take third on a 1. He won't. He'll stay where he is. Now the batter will be Blair, and Blair is 1 for 2 with a double. The only good DH is a doubleheader. There you go. 2 outs, tied at 3, bottom of the 4th. The A's and the O's. Swinging A's lead the American League West pretty much. For those of you wondering how much, they got they got 77 wins, and Kansas City's got 58 wins. And Kansas City's in second place. The A's will probably wrap that division up early September. Maybe even late August if possible. Let's see what happens here. Strategy roll, and nothing happening. Holtzman will pitch to Blair. Blair is 1 for 2. Holtzman, 2-5. Home run result against the lefty. Blair needs a 13. That's a 6. And Blair says, well, Dave Duncan, if you can do it, so can I. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is at deep to center field. That one's not coming back. That's gone! Home run, Paul Blair! Stadium cheers! Yay! A 3-run blast by Blair And the Orioles now take a 6-3 lead here on the A's. And the bullpens are beginning to warm up a little bit. But Holtzman put that one right over the plate. He pitched him a meatball and he turned that into lasagna. And that one is definitely gone. Here comes Grich. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Holtzman will pitch. Holtzman, 2-1, hit by pitch, 2, plunk, ouch. He does hit Grich, and Grich becomes the first hit batter of the game. It'll now bring up Baylor. Baylor is 1 for 2 with a double. Yep, I didn't expect 9 runs in 4 innings either between these two. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Grich is on it first. Holtzman sets up, trying to get out of the inning. Holtzman with the pitch. 5-4, walk, 3, ball 4. Holtzman definitely doesn't have it tonight. And that is a walk. And that is really only the first walk given up by Holtzman. It will now bring up the vacuum cleaner. He is 1 for 2, still 2 outs here. In the bottom of the 4th, Holtzman can't get out of this inning. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Holtzman will go ahead and he will pitch. There it comes. Holtzman, 6-6, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 3-4. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Mike Epstein. His range is a 2. Nope. And that's going to be a base hit past first. Grich with 2 outs, a base running rating of 4. And that is going to be good enough. He will come around and he will score. Baylor, he will take third on the play. And Brooks Robinson goes to first. It's now 7-3 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! And as funny as it is, that's going to be it for Ken Holtzman as the A's are going to yank him right now. He doesn't even get out of the 4th inning. We'll see a new pitcher for the A's. And Boog Powell coming up to bat for the O's. And he's 0 for 2. So that will be it for Holtzman. Oh, he's past his pull rating. So we'll see a new pitcher for the Athletics here. And they are going to go with... They're going to go with Joe Horlin. 3 wins, 4 losses, a save, 3.00 ERA. So Horlin will be the second A's pitcher. He can pitch to 7 batters. We'll see how long he goes. So Joe Horlin will come in for Oakland as Holtzman is ineffective. Runner still at the corners here, bottom of the 4th. 7-3 Orioles. 2 men down, and you can take your double switch and do what you like with it. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 16. Horlin will go ahead and pitch. Horlin, 6-2. Error on a throw. Powell, a 5-5. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Tim Cullen. His error rating is a 14. That's an 11. And he is going to make an error. That's going to go to first base. First baseman is Epstein. His range is a 2. He won't get it. So Baylor will come in to score. Robinson, a base running rating of 2. And he will hold at second base. He will not go to third, which means Powell has to stay. But it is now 8-3 Orioles. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that is an error on Cullen. That's an E4 on an error on a throw. And that is the second error for the A's in this game. And now the batter is Echebarren as the Orioles have batted around. Tracy Meehan joins us here at Memorial Stadium. So already an 8-3 Oriole lead here. And I'm shocked this game is going that way. Strategy roll still active. Nothing on the 3. Robinson on it second. Powell on it first. Horlin with the pitch. Horlin, 2-4. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-1. And that's grounded at the plate. Picked up there by Duncan. He's got it. He will throw to first to get Echebarren. And that will end the inning. Zoof. So, 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 1 hit batter, 1 walk, and 1 error. Orioles have an 8-3 lead after 4. Not the game I was expecting tonight. But sometimes the dice just roll that way. 9th inning magic. Who knows? Remember, no lead is safe at inside pitch. Just ask my New York Mets. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Athletics will be Bert Campaneris. He is 0 for 2. Palmer now has a 5-run lead to work with. Let's see what happens. Palmer, 3-4, walk 10. That is high. Campaneris, 3-3, and it's flied to center field. That'll be Blair getting to that. And he will make the play. 1 down, the batter is Voss. Voss is 2 for 2, a double and a single. Palmer, a 4-2, strikeout 18 is high. Voss, a 1-1, and that's a ground out to the pitcher. Palmer will go ahead and get that, and he will toss it over for the out. And now Rudy. Rudy is 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Palmer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 2-4. Home run chance, but against the righty, it's a 0, so not happening. Rudy, 2-5, and that is a fly ball deep to center field. Pretty deep, but Blair is going to have plenty of room. He'll be near the track, but he will get it, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the A's. And that's kind of demoralizing, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Horland will get back on the mound. And leading off for the Orioles will be Dave Johnson, and he is 1 for 2 with a single. 8-3 Orioles. Again, not the game I kind of expect, not a guy I expected to play here. Horland, 1-1, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out. That's a K for Horland. That is 1 down. Next batter is Palmer. Palmer, 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. Horland, a 1-5. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-3. And that's a single plus to center field. So Palmer's going to get his 3rd base hit, but he's got to try for 2nd. Base runner 3, center fielder Voss 0, 1-3. Palmer will take 2nd base, and he does. Palmer has a double. DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Palmer is now 3 for 3 at the plate, and he's turned on the Jets to take 2nd base. And I'm sure the Oriole manager is happy he did that and said, great job, Jim. Don't do that again. Now the batter is Buford with a runner on 2nd. And Buford is 0 for 3, but he reached on an error. Horland will go ahead and he'll pitch to Buford here. Strategy rolls are still active. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. Palmer stays where he is. Horland will go ahead and pitch. Horland, 4-2, strikeout 7, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning. And the next batter is Blair. And Blair is 2 for 3 tonight, a double and a bomb. So Palmer on at 2nd. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Horland will go ahead and pitch. Horland, 1-3, strikeout 16. That will miss. Blair, 2-6, and that's a ground out to first base. Epstein was going to go and get it, and he will take it himself to the bag and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the O's. They're holding on to a comfortable 8-3 lead here. The question is, how comfortable against this A's lineup? Although there is a little bit of a hodgepodge, as a few players that are not in the A's lineup usually are on the bench. We go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for Oakland will be Mike Epstein, and he walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Palmer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 6-6, strikeout 12. That just missed. Epstein, 2-1, and against the righty, it's a grounder to second base. And Davey Johnson's going to go ahead and get to that and toss it over for the out. Davey Johnson thinking about the parade he's going to have in 14 years from now. Crazy parade that was. Here's Bando. He's 0 for 2. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 6-6. Strikeout 10. That will miss. Bando, 2-5. And that's a ground out to short. This time handled by Gritch. Gritch will go ahead and gobble it up and toss it over. And now here's Allier. Allier is 0 for 2. Palmer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 4-2. Strikeout 13. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 4 for Palmer. And that is a 1-2-3 inning on the A's. So Palmer right now given a 5-run lead, being kind of aggressive. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Gritch leads off for Baltimore. He is 1 for 2. Got doubled and got hit by a pitch. Hoyland can pitch to one more batter before he tires. He is due to bat third in the 6th. They're going to see if he can go through this inning here. So bottom of the 6th inning, 8-3 Orioles. As I said, not the game I expected. Hoyland, 4-4, range play. Gritch, 6-6, pop fly ball to the shortstop. Going after that is Bert Campaneris. He's in shallow outfield. His range is a 4. He's got it. 1 out. Had to reach behind him a little bit, but he will pull away with the pop out. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Baylor. Hoyland is tired, but he says he can go. This is 1972, not 2024. Hoyland will pitch. Hoyland, 6-6. And that's going to be a base hit right past the pitcher, and that's going to get Hoyland out of there. That is a fatigue result. It's a base hit right past him, and he will come out. So Baylor gets his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3 with a walk, and now the Athletics have to yank Hoyland. So we will see a new pitcher for the A's, and let's see what's going to be here. And the pitcher's due to bat. I think they're just going to bring in a short reliever here. Who's the next batter? Next batter is Brooks Robinson. So you got a righty, a lefty, and a righty. So coming on to pitch for the Athletics is going to be Bob Locker. 6 wins, 1 loss, 10 saves, a 2.65 ERA. Locker will be the third A's pitcher. He'll pitch to Robinson here. So 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning, 8-3. Locker now in there, but he'll probably only pitch this inning out. Strategy rolls are now off. Locker, 6-3, hit by pitch. 14 is high. Robinson, 2-5. It's a base hit to right field. It's a single. Baylor, base runner 2. Single to right. Let's see. Go down. Single to right plus 2. So a 1-4. Baylor will get to third. He will. Baylor gets to third base. Brock Robinson gets to first. And runners to the corners and 1 out. Robinson having a good night. He's now 3 for 4. The batter now is Powell. Infield is going to play in as the A's don't want to give up any more runs. Runners at the corners here. The Orioles getting the job done here tonight. Still only in the bottom of the 6th. Locker will pitch to Powell. Locker, 1-6. That's at the park. Memorial Stadium, 1-4. And that is a ground out to first base. With the infield in, Baylor's base running is a 0. He cannot score. He will hold. Robinson will move to second base. And the play will be made by Epstein for out number 2. Since the infield was in. So a grounder to first. And now the batter is Echebarren. Echebarren is 1 for 3. He's got a single. 2 outs now, bottom of the 6th. Locker trying to get this inning over. Locker goes ahead and he will pitch. Locker, 4-4 against the righty. Strikeout 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will end the inning. No runs, 2 hits for the O's. They've gotten at least a hit in every single inning. But they have an 8-3 lead here after 6 with that snowman on the board. As right now, the A's of this big time league leading A's, they're not playing like it tonight. We go to the top of the 7. Palmer, let's see, he still has a little bit left in the tank. Dave Duncan leads off for the Athletics. He got a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. 8-3 O's. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 2-3. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-5. And that's a blank. That'll be a rare play. And that will, of course, cancel out the range play. So rare play, base is empty. And that is a 51. Slow roller to second base who bobbles, then throws wild to first, resolved by rolling against the second base error rate once for each error chance. Well, the second baseman is Davy Johnson. His error rating is a 3. That's a 20. That does not bobble it. And he does not make an error in a throw. That's going to be an out. Nice play there by Davy Johnson. As he prevents the error. And that will be the first out. And that will just be a ground out to second. Next batter is Cullen. Cullen will go ahead and bat. Cullen is 0 for 2. Palmer, 3-5. Strikeout, 13 is high. Cullen, 5-1. Base hit. Cullen goes ahead and gets a hit. And that's a single past third. And that's the first hit of the game for Cullen. Pinch hitter coming in for Bob Locker. He will be done. The Athletics will go to the bench. And let's see. It is going to be... Coming on to pinch hit for the Athletics is going to be Don Mincher, a .216 average, 6 homers, and 44 RBIs. Don Mincher was with the Texas Rangers early in the year. He is now on the Athletics. So Mincher will pinch hit for the pitcher. Infield is at double play depth. 1 out here, top of the 7th. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 4-4. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Mincher, 2-1, and that's a ground out to second base. Do they turn it? 2, 3, 4. Shortstop, Gritch pivot 0, 1-4. They got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Athletics. As right now, Palmer, with that big 5-run lead, is getting the job done. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we still have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night for August 17th. We will be going back to Dodgers Stadium for a pretty important matchup in the National League as the Pittsburgh Pirates will take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bob Moose will be pitching for the Pirates, and Al Downing will be going for the Dodgers. An important game here. The Dodgers have gotten back above 500. They're 54-53. The Pirates running away with the National League East. But the Dodgers got to continue to win games to try to catch up. to the Astros and the Reds in that division. So very important game coming up there. The Pirates and the Dodgers, Moose and Downing. That will be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Davey Johnson leads off for the Orioles in the bottom of the seventh. He's 1 for 3. Athletics need a pitcher. And let's see. Probably better with a lefty. Coming on to pitch for the Athletics will be Darryl Knowles. 5 wins, 1 loss, 11 saves. A 1.37 ERA, though. Knowles will be the 4th A's pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. He can pitch to 5, but he may pitch longer. So Darryl Knowles will pitch to Johnson here. Bottom of the 7th, 8-3 O's. Knowles, 6'5", strikeout, 20 is high. Johnson, 6'3", and a ground out to short, handled by Campy. Campaneris will go ahead and toss that over for the out. Next batter is Palmer. Palmer is 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and a double. And he can still pitch to 3 more batters. Palmer is going to stay out there. Remember, this is 1972, not 2024. Knowles will go ahead and pitch. Knowles, 6-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Palmer, 1-4, and he popped it up to second base. Pop out to second. Cullen's going to go ahead and get to that. And that will be out number 2. So for the first time in the ball game, Palmer is retired. Man should have been a hitter instead of a pitcher. Here's Buford. Yeah, right. Buford is 0 for 4, but he reached on an error to start the game. Knowles will go ahead and pitch to Buford. Knowles, 1-6, walk, 15. No, that's going to miss. Buford is a 15, but -1 makes him a 14. Buford, 3-5, and he gets a base hit to center field, so he does it the easy way. And Buford still gets on base, and that's his first hit of the game. And that keeps the inning alive for Blair. Blair is 2 for 4, a double and a bomb. Strategy rolls are off. Buford staying at first base. Knowles will go ahead and pitch to Blair. Knowles, 6-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Blair, 4-2. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 19, and against the lefty, that's just going to drop in a little bit. It's going to die. Right fielder Brant Allier will go ahead and get it. He will make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. They continue the streak of getting at least 1 hit in every inning. It's still 8-3 O's after 7. Jim Palmer, 3 for 4. Hard to believe he was a 174 hitter for his career. Well, sometimes he had some good years. We go to the top of the 8th. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Top of the order for the Athletics. Here's Bert Campaneris. He is 0 for 3. Palmer will go ahead and deal. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 5 for Gentleman Jim. Next batter is Voss. Voss, a 196 average, but I think you're down by 5 runs. I really don't think it matters. Although Voss having a good night. He's 2 for 3, a single and a double. He'll bat. He's a little bit hot. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 4-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Voss, 3-1, and he flies out to right. That'll be Baylor getting to that one. And he'll make it near the catch, near the line. 1 out, 2 outs, actually. And now the batter is Rudy. Rudy is 2 for 3, a triple and a single. Palmer looking to probably go the distance. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 1-4. That's a pitcher result. He is not tired. He would be tired after Rudy. That's a pitcher result. A righty, 1-2's an out. The 10 is high. Rudy, a 6-4, and he grounds it to third. That'll be handled, picked up there by the vacuum cleaner. He will toss it over and retire the side. 1-2-3. Go the Athletics. Palmer is tired. He says I can finish the game. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Bobby Grich. He is 1 for 3, double and hit by a pitch. Daryl Knowles is going to stay out there. He can pitch to one more batter before he tires. They're going to let Daryl Knowles pitch here with down 5 runs. Ronald Spersky joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Good to see you there, Mr. Spersky. Haven't seen you in a while. Always a pleasure. Knowles with the pitch. 6-6, walk, 6, ball 4. So he easily walks Bobby Grich. And now Knowles is tired. And now the batter is Don Baylor. And that's going to be it for Knowles. So that with that walk, the Athletics will go to the bullpen. And they will go with another pitcher. And they're going to come out. And coming on to pitch for the Athletics will be Gary Waslewski, another great baseball name. No runs, 3 hits, no saves, a 2.04 ERA. He only had 8 appearances. But in this situation, I guess you go ahead and bring him out because this is not a Raleigh Fingers kind of game. So Gary Waslewski will come on to pitch. Hard to say that without laughing. Baylor will go ahead and bat. 8-3 O's. Baylor is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a walk. Grich is on at first. Waslewski, 3-4, strikeout 18. That is high. Baylor, 2-2, ground out to third. Let's see if they turn it. It's got a very good double play. 3, 5, and of course the double play is rating 6, but you can only go as high as 5. Second base pivot is Cullen. He has a 0. So a 1-5 is a twin killing. And that's a 4. They got it. 2 outs. Baylor grounds out unceremoniously into a 5-4-3 to kill any kind of rally there. And now the batter is the vacuum cleaner. Robinson is 3 for 4, having a great night. He's got 3 singles. The fans here at Memorial Stadium enjoying what they see on the scoreboard. Waslewski will go ahead and pitch. Waslewski, 3-4, strikeout, 17 is high. Robinson, 3-4, and that is a ground out to third once again, picked up by Bando. Bando will get that, toss it over, and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. So Gary Waslewski is the first pitcher to not allow a hit in the game for the Orioles, although they did get a base runner still on a walk. But it is still 8-3 O's. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth, Orioles lead 8-3. Jim Palmer being called upon to go the distance. He says he can do it. Leading off for the Athletics will be Mike Epstein, and he is 0 for 2 with a walk. 8-3 O's here at Memorial Stadium. Fans enjoying this big win, if it stays the way it does. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 4-6. That's a blank. Epstein, 3-3. And against a righty, it's grounded to short. Easily handled there by Grich. And he'll toss it over for the out, 1 away. Next batter is Bando. He'll bat. Bando is 0 for 3. Palmer, he'll go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 2-3. Range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-2. It's a fly ball to straightaway center, but Paul Blair is on his high horse going after it. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, and he won't get that one. That's going to drop in front of him instead, and Bando will stop at first with a single. So a one out base knock keeps hitting alive. Brant Allier is the next batter. They're going to go to the bench. So Allier coming out of the game and coming on to pinch hit for Allier will be Mike Hegan, a 3.29 average, a homer, and 5 RBIs. Allier was in right field, so they'll need a new right fielder to take over in case this goes any further. Hegan can play the position, but we'll see what happens here as I circle knowing I need a position to fill. Bando on at first. Infield is a double play depth. 8-3 Orioles. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 3-4. Walk, 10. Nope, that's high. Hegan, 2-3, and it's a base hit to right field. Bando, a base running rating of 3. Single to right, +3 is a 6. There won't be a throw. Bando will make third. And now the A's have runners at the corners with one out. And now the batter is Duncan. Duncan's got good home run power. They're gonna let him bat, I think, here. I think you let Duncan bat. I think you do here, or maybe a 218 average. He's a catcher. I do have tennis who can come in here. And you got Gonzalo Marquez. Do I let Duncan? Nope. You know what? I'm going to go against the averages. Even though Duncan got a home run in the game, he's 1 for 3. Duncan is going to come out. So we'll need a new catcher, and we're going, but to pinch hit in the game, they're going to go ahead and bring on Gonzalo Marquez. And I know nothing about him, only that he had 21 at-bats in 72 and a 381 batting average. And that's why he's coming in. This is the 9th inning. Anybody can come in. Bando on at third. Hegan on at first. Gonzalo Marquez will pinch it here for Duncan. Runners at the corners, one out. Infield is a double play. Is going to be Gonzalo Marquez is not ground out in a double plays. They're going to play, I think you play the infield back and just get the out. Palmer's going to go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 4-3, range play. Marquez, 6-6. It's a base hit to left field, but it's a range play for Don Buford. His range is a 2. He can't get it. It's going to be a single to left. Bando will come in to score. Single to left, Mike Hegan, base runner 2. Single to left, -1. Only on a 1, he'll take third, and he won't. He'll hold at second base, and Marquez keeps it going. It's now 8-4. So 3 straight base hits given up by Palmer. He's not tired. He is tired. And they're looking at the bullpen, seeing maybe they may need to go ahead and bring in the pitcher, but Palmer says, let me continue to pitch here. The tying run comes, if I give up one more run, take me out. So infield is back to double play. The batter now is Tim Cullen. He will bat with a 261 average. So runners at first and second, one out, top of the 9th inning. The A's have a run in. It's now 8-4. Fans at Memorial Stadium are not worried just yet. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 5-6. It's a blank. Cullen, 1-4, and it's a fly ball to left field. This time Buford will go ahead and get to it. He will make the catch for out number 2. Hegan will stay where he is. So now 2 outs. Gary Waslewski coming back. Now the Athletics will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the pitcher will be Dick Green, a 286 average and 3 RBIs in 72. So here comes Dick Green to bat for the pitcher spot, which is 1 for 3. 2 men down. Palmer says he can get it done. Trying to say he can get it done. I'm a pitcher here. This is 1972, not 2024. We pitch complete games back at this time. Hegan on at second, Marquez on at first. Fans here at Memorial Stadium are on their feet, and they are loud. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 6-1, strikeout, 20 is high. Green, 3-4, and it's a fly ball to left field. And getting over there is going to be Don Buford. He'll take a couple of steps towards the line, puts out his glove, block, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Orioles will beat the Athletics tonight, 8-4. Stadium cheers. Yay! 1 run on 3 hits for Oakland. As the Orioles change a little history in this ball game. They historically lost it, but they'll get this win today for the Orioles. Oakland will drop to 77-34. The Orioles go to 61-49. So a nice win for the Baltimore Orioles over the Athletics. They will take the win absolutely. and stay leading the American League East. And Jim Palmer, of course, he will go the distance. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 8 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. For the Athletics, 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is, well, Jim Palmer. And he's going to get the player of the game no matter what. He goes the distance in a complete game. Ken Holtzman's going to take the loss. But the Athletics, though, they go ahead and get this. They got to take a loss here. But the Orioles, this team may still be very tough to beat in the postseason. We are still not done. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Good ball game, guys. Rick Query joins us here at Memorial Stadium, but now the 10-minute ticker. Tippy is in the minors at this point. Yeah, I think he is, right? I think Tippy Martinez is in the minors at this time. In 1972, probably. Tippy Martinez. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Orioles will get the win over Oakland in this game. Only 3 games played on August 14th. Let's get to them. Rest of the majors. Yankees at the Royals. Yankees 10-34, and that is 3. Royals 7-65, that is 7, and that's a win for the Royals. Cincinnati and Atlanta. Reds 22-65, that's 11. Braves 10-44, that's 4, and that game belongs to the Reds. Giants and the Astros, as DJ John 44-44 from the left coast joins us here for the 10-minute ticker. Giants 17-21, and that is 3. Astros 18-63, and that is 9. And the Astros continue their winning race right now. On to August 15th, Milwaukee at the White Sox. Brewers 756, and that is 5. White Sox 12-35, and that is 4. That's a win for the Brewers. Angels and the Indians. Angels 5-35, and that is 2. Indians 6-23, and that's 1. That's a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Detroit. Twins 8-25, that is 2. Tigers 8-35, that is 3. And that's a win for the Cats. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 16-54, 6 runs. Royals 11-31, 3 runs. A win for the Bronx Bombers. Boston at Texas. Red Sox 15-35, and that is 4 runs. Rangers 8-66, that's 8. And that's a win for the Rangers. Pirates and the Dodgers. Pirates 10-32, that's 3. Dodgers 8-66, that's 8. And the Dodgers will get the win there. Astros at the Expos. Astros 13-21, that is 2. Expos 8-34, and that is 3. For some reason, the Astros can't beat the Expos this year. Atlanta and the Mets. Mets got to get some more wins here. Still holding 3rd place, but not by much. Braves 9-53, and that is 5. Mets 11-42, and that is 4. Nope, the Mets will not beat the Braves there. Reds and the Phillies. Reds 17-35, and that is 5. Phillies 9-54, that is also 5. And we will have extras. Cincinnati rolls a 1 plus 0. Phillies roll a 2. -2 is 0. That's going to be a win. That game's going to belong to the Reds. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 1553, and that is 6. Padres 1141, that is 4. That's a win for the Cardinals. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs 1644, and that is 5. Giants 1243, and that is 4. That's a win for the Cubs. Giants are beginning to fade a bit. August 16th, Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland 646, and that is 4. Orioles 221, that is 1, and the A's will get the win. Milwaukee and the White Sox. Milwaukee 423, that is 1. White Sox 1245, and that is 5. And that is a win for the Pale Hose. California at Cleveland. Angels 435, and that is 2. Indians 726, and that is also 2. We will have extras. Both teams roll a 1. California +1. Cleveland is a 0. That will be a win for the Angels. Yankees and the Royals. Yankees 322, and that's 1. Royals 946, and that is 4. That's a win for the Royals. Boston at Texas. Red Sox 1346, that is 5. Rangers 814, that's 1. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Pirates and the Dodgers, we have these two tomorrow. Pirates 834, and that is 3. Dodgers 955, that is 5. That's a win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Expos. Astros 1414, and that is 2. Expos 626, that is also 2. They will go into extras. Astros roll a 6 +0. Expos roll a 4 +1 is 5. That's not enough. The Astros will win it in extras. Atlanta and the Mets. Mets right now going up and down like a yo-yo, trying to get some wins here. Atlanta 813, they'll get one here. 813, that's a 0. Mets 754, and that is 4. And my Mets will get at least a happy recap. Reds and the Phillies. Reds 1725, that's 4. Phillies 1054, and that is 5. And the Phillies give the Reds a loss. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals 1251, and that is 5. Padres 241, and that is 2. That's another win for the Redbirds. Cubs and the Giants. Cubs right now holding on to a good start, second place in the National League East. Cubs 2234, and that is 5. Giants 1165, and that's 8. And the Giants will take the win there. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be at Dodger Stadium for a big game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Bob Moose will be going for the Pirates, and Al Downing will be going for the Dodgers. A very important game tomorrow night between those two in the National League. Pirates holding on to first. Dodgers trying to stay relevant in the postseason. They're above 500, but they got a little work to do. What will happen tomorrow night? Moose, Downing, Dodgers and Bucks. No Yamamoto. Be there or be square. Brian Patterson, David Vega, PFLQR, Clee Baseball Fan, DJ John, 4444, Tracy Meehan, Rick Query, Ronald Spersky, Ron McGrath, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there, Brian B, Baseball with the Demos, Jimmy Jam, Phoenix Knight, Sports Time Machine, Craig Scarborough, Philip Reynolds, Brian Hoxie, Steeler Fan, John Haverly, Jeremy Brooks, TJP, Kevin Hayes, and Frank Rosenk. I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe. Stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Oakland A's get an F in tonight's game as the Birds go ahead and beat the Athletics 8-4 tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.